So, Sandy, I want to start with you. Why does being able to perform well in clutch situations matter? Because you pull the clutch stats, and your offensive and defensive ratings are both very good in these types of situations.
Yeah, it's a great stat to have, Jackie. But I don't know. I'll just look at her real quick. We have Brianna Stewart. That helps. She's a clutch player, and I think Vandersloot. They've been in that. Sluty, Sabrina as well, and I think they just can buckle down and get the necessary stops, but also the execution that we need.
Right, and Stewie, for you, you all were able to get the stops when it mattered, but how much are you guys going to move forward and value that you make sure you're continuing to work on the defensive end, as you did give up 95 points tonight?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we know Phoenix is a good team, and they haven't really had time where they've played together with a healthy roster. So, credit to them, and obviously when D gets going, it's tough. But I think that, we made plays when we needed to, but there's not one moment in the game where we shouldn't have a sense of urgency. You know what I mean? Like, we should be continuing that for the entire 40 minutes. And that's something that we need to continue to build and focus on, because, this has happened before, and we'll take the win, but we need to continue to get better.
I appreciate that. And Sandy, final one for you here. Why do you think it was so tough for the bench to get going tonight?
I wish I knew, Jackie. We had a lead and then I have to go to the bench, and I don't know. I think they're just overthinking it. We need them. We're going to need them as we move forward with the crazy schedule that we have. But we just, we slipped it. And I had to play her 38 minutes. But, once the games get, she's going to need a little bit of a rest. So, I think it's hard with KT. She's a 3, she's a 4. We haven't had much time playing with that. With Steph out, she's very smart. You lose that kind of thing. Nayara's still learning. So she's a rookie. So she's going to be up and down. That's normal. Marine, she probably not her best day today. And then obviously Joss, and she hasn't had many moments, to be quite honest, but we're going to need them all, and we just got to make sure we just stay focused on how they can help us, because everyone's very important. So, and that's my goal, to make sure that they're prepared to come in. We don't have much practice time, so it's a lot of video and mental work, just how we can actually just get a little bit more cohesive group when we make rotations.
Hi, Sandy. A couple of tough whistles on KT, like you were talking about, with those closeouts. While the emphasis on player safety is paramount, how can players make competitive contests while adhering to the spirit of that rule?
Yeah, you got to do like the Miami Heat do. We kept trying to tell them, you got to fly by. You can't stop, because you have to allow them to land, and a lot of players shoot and move forward. So that's a skill we can work on. But we just fouled shooters. I don't know how many, and that's lack of discipline. That's a little lack of focus, and we got to be better.
And Breanna, with the game tied late, Courtney Vandersloot picked off a pass at the top of the key and then found you trailing. It feels like she gets into those situations time and time again, and you've talked about your experience and your chemistry together. How do Sloot's instincts on both ends of the floor, just how did that make an impact tonight, and how does it every night?
Yeah, I mean, I think that obviously Sloot is one of one, but especially, the two of us, our ability to kind of trust and read one another helps a lot, especially in clutch situations. And she wants to make the play and make the right play, and that steal before that was huge. And just continuing to make sure that her mark is on the game and from all different dimensions.
Hello. Coach, my first question is for you. Obviously, to follow up on Miles' question, losing KT, the undeniable defensive spark of this team, obviously hurts. So how did this game change when KT was forced to leave, and who do you think stepped up defensively in her place, especially over the final minutes tonight?
Starters. The starters, they all picked up, and, B had 4 fouls. I put this one on Diana at the end, and just to try and find something to slow them down a little bit. It was, we were searching for answers all night long. They made big plays, and, I know that team over there is going to win a lot of more games now if they can stay healthy. Because they've, with BG and Diana, if Diana can play like that, and she's capable of it, and Jefferson, I thought they did a good job, and they really took it to us. But we dug deep. These starters, they have the most chemistry. I think you see that, and we got what we needed.
Absolutely. And Breanna, I have a question for you as well. First of all, I wanted to ask how almost, for lack of a better term, euphoric was it to have the opportunity to share the floor with BG again? And you said in your yes interview, quote, things don't always go away, but we continue to grind it out. Where have you found those skills specifically through yourself and through your teammates as well?
Yeah, amazing to kind of share the court with BG, especially all that she's been through. It's very impressive the way she's able to handle herself and the way she's able to be a dominant post after being away from the game for a while and coming back and picking right back where she left off. So tons of credit to her. I know she's working hard in the gym all the time, but we're happy to have her back with us in the WNBA, and she's a lot to handle every single night. And then in terms of grinding it out,
what
yeah.
examples do you think you personally provided from your perspective, and where did you see those examples running from your teammates?
Yeah, I mean, I think Sandy touched on it. It's, the starters, we have the most chemistry together, and we fall back on that, and we believe in each other, and we continue to trust one another. So between that and the experience of being in these games and understanding in the WNBA, anything can happen, whether you're up 20 or down 20. If you continue to keep playing, you'll be able to kind of make it a game, and just using that and not stopping.
I just have a couple of questions about the offense. We've seen a lot of 5-out spacing in general this year. I think tonight we saw more, maybe 4-out, 1-in, more occupying the dunker spot. Was that intentional, or is that just the flow of the game tonight?
It's really the flow of the game. Some of our players have us in the dunkers, some of us have spaced out, and you see where we're at. So it's just what we're just out of our movement.
And then the second one, we saw it a little bit less tonight, but in general, why do you think those sort of early step-up screens in transition, early offense have been so effective for you guys?
Yeah, no, they're good. We should have done more. I think we should have played with more pace. I don't think we played at the appropriate pace tonight. They did score half of their shots, I suppose. That slowed us down a little bit. But, yeah, no, I think it's just really effective because Slutie is so crafty. She can go downhill. She can come off pick and roll. She can pinch it. And then, we've got next action. So, we'll review the tape and we're going to keep growing. We know. I'm just, we're happy with the win, but we're not satisfied with the way we won. But I'm glad we closed it out.
Coach, how special to have Stewie listed as the 5 but can play any position on the floor? How special as a coach to see that?
Yeah, no, it's great. I just, things not going well, and she's just so dependable and reliable and willing to do whatever it needs to win. And I think all our players did. It didn't matter that I took B off Tairazi. I said, Fowles, let's show something different. Our goal is to win, and Stewie, I think she's a great defensive player. And
Tell Marta that.
Tell Marta that. We have those discussions all the time. As long as she doesn't jump with a shot fake, we're all good. But she just changes a lot of the game because of her length, her anticipation, her rebounding. So it's, love her versatility. So we're very happy to have her on our team.
Sure. So hi, Betnijah. Although it wasn't as evident today, on the past couple of games, you and Courtney Vandersloot have connected on a couple of great assists. Is that something that's a focus in practice, or is it something like Coach has said, just something in the flow of the game?
Just in the flow of the game. We work on things in practice, but it just kind of happens naturally.
Hey, B, I just want to know from you, why do you think this team is so good in clutch situations, and why does that matter for a team like you all that wants to play deep into October?
I think it just helps that we've all kind of been there. We've all been in those situations and have been able to execute, and we know what it takes to kind of grind it out and get the win. And so it's very important, especially going in, because everybody is great in this league, regardless of what their record says. Anybody can be anybody, and if we want to make our run for the championship, it'll be those type of situations that'll win us the game.
I appreciate that. And lastly, you know, obviously you guys have played together, or, you know, you're building that chemistry, but defensively, where is sort of a spot where you sort of feel like you know that this is where you need to grow as a team?
I think just our discipline at times, whether it's fouling or, you know, sticking to the scheme. But I think that we have grown in those areas, and we're just continue to get better as the season goes on.
We'll go to Zoom. Karina?
Hi, everyone. My question is for Betnijah. I wanted to ask you about Michaela Onyenwere, obviously playing with her first 2 years in New York. I'm wondering if you can just speak on her performance tonight. She had 19 points and kind of how it felt to play against her as well.
I think she, you know, she did really well. She did well when she was here, and she's doing really well in Phoenix. So I'm just happy, you know, as a former teammate, to see her be able to continue her success. Obviously, we don't want her to always be great against us, but you know, it's good to see her out there and just flourishing where she's at.
Thank you.
Thank you. Lighthearted kind of question from me, but I got a chance to talk to the Timeless Torches today. I'm wondering if you have had an opportunity to, I know obviously you're playing while they perform, but if you are fans of the Timeless Torches like the rest of the Liberty fan base.
I think they should come perform in practice so I
Yes.
can see it. Marta keeps telling me about it, but I just don't have time to see it.
Yeah, I think everyone talks about them, but I haven't really seen them unless it's a little highlight on social media. But I think it's great. I mean, because we're playing basketball, but it's entertainment, isn't it, too? I think this organisation does a wonderful job with Ali and our timeless, whatever you call them, dancers.
Timeless torches.
Okay, sorry. Forgot. But yeah, wonderful.
Perfect. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, guys.